Hello, I'm Dr. Robbie Hooker, Superintendent of Clark County School District, and today we will be talking about pre-K lottery registration, which begins February 7th. We have Mr. Greg Hull and Ms. Monica Drayden from our Early Learning Center, and today they would talk to us about the process for this program. Before we get started, tell us about yourself and how you got started here in CCSD.
Yes, I'm the coordinator for the Clark County School District Pre-K program. My primary role is to make sure that we're in compliance with guidelines and regulations as outlined by the state pre-K program. I also am the overseer for pre-K curriculum initiatives, as well as I guide the professional learning opportunity process for the pre-K program as well.
Okay, thank you.
And I am Monica Drayden. I'm the pre-K registrar and data specialist for the Clark County School District. My role is to oversee the pre-K registration process. I work hand in hand with the administrators at the school to ensure that all the pre-K seats are filled year-round. I also assist with the parents in the registration process, and I also communicate with the state as far as to make sure all the information is entered in correctly and accurately.
Okay. Tell us about the pre-K registration. Who is eligible, and how does the pre-K lottery process work?
So the requirements as far as to register for pre-K, each family you would have to have a copy of the child's birth certificate, a copy of their social security card, the parent ID, 2 proofs of residence, which can typically be a lease, a mortgage statement, utility bills. We don't accept cell phone bills, but you can use a trash bill. Also the child's most current immunization, or if you go to the doctor's office, it's called the 3231. As far as the process goes, the parent can basically go online as of February 7th. Okay. We do have it to where they can upload these documents into the system, and it's a very easy technology-friendly system that will walk you through each step and even how to upload. Once that process is done and your application is submitted, we will say give us at least 24 to 48 hours to approve and go through. If there's anything wrong, we do communicate back via email or phone. Okay. From there, once your application has been approved, you will receive notification via email that your application has been approved, and it will basically start you in the lottery process for the first go round. So the early registration process right now will start, as like I said before, as of February 7th, and you have up until February 21st, end of day, to have your application in to be included in the pre-K lottery process. Now, we don't want families to feel like that's the end. We take pre-K applications throughout the year. So this is just for the lottery as far as the registration period right now. But after the 21st, we will continue to still process pre-K applications.
Okay, Ms. Drayden, what if families do not have all of their documentation? What should they do? We've
run across situations to where families live in homes that, may not belong to them, or they're living with multi-family homes. Yeah. So the bills are not in their name. So there is a certification form that can be found on the Clark County School District website that they can print out and have it notarized. It does have to be notarized, and there will be a spot on the online application that they can upload that. They still will need to include the person's 2 proofs of residence as well with that certification. Now, if they're having problems with uploading it or just getting to the documents, they're more than welcome to always schedule an in-person appointment, and you can find that link on the website as well.
Where would parents go to the website for this information?
So where they can find the registration application, they can go on the Clark County School District website. On the homepage, you'll see a link that says pre-K registration, or they can go under student registration, which is another tab on the website, and click the application there.
And I'm asking this question to both of you. Can parents pick the school in which they want their child to attend the pre-K program?
So the assignments for pre-K classes is determined by the school attendance zones. Okay. So when families register during the early registration period for the lottery, they will then be assigned based on Clark County school attendance zones. And we use the Clark County Street Index to determine those school zones.
How can families find out which school zone they're in?
So the street index is actually located on the Clark County website as well.
And they can also always call the Office of Early Learning or Student Registration, and they can assist with that information.
How does this process differ from the early Head Start, and preschool for special ed?
Yes, all of those programs are housed under the Office of Early Learning, and our programs are for the most part grant-based, grant-funded, which then gives regulations and guidelines for registration processes based on those grant guidelines. So you can always call, parents can always call the Office of Early Learning to ask information about specific programs and how that registration process happens.
What other information would you like for our families to know going into this process?
Just to reiterate that the total registration process is online for the convenience of parents. However, if parents don't feel comfortable with that online process, that you can make an appointment and there will be assistance provided to help you navigate through the registration process.
Okay. And also to add to that, if you don't make the lottery time period, it's never too late to register. I've learned being in this role that sometimes parents get a little, what's the word?
They think after early registration that the registration process is over. Mm-hmm. But early registration is really for the lottery. Mm-hmm. But we register throughout the whole year, and we want families to know that we want 4-year-olds in Clark County to be registered in the pre-K program.
Tell me what benefits is the early registration of the lottery process?
Well, as most people know, or if you aren't for sure, each school has a limited number of seats. So what the pre-K lottery does give those families that register during that time just a opportunity to be one of the first to get one of those seats. So that's why we do the lottery process. After the lottery process, it's just a first come, first serve. Okay.
Who should the families reach out to if they have any questions?
So they'll actually reach out to me. Okay. They can email me at drayton.clark.k12.ga.us, and you can also find my information on your application, so they can have my information there, and they can reach out for questions or even just to follow up to see where they are in the application process.
When will family find out the results of their application for the lottery process?
So, like I said before, applications typically take 24 to 48 hours. I will say it might be a little bit longer during the early pre-K registration just to be approved, but you will find out if your child has been assigned to a school or on the wait list by April 15th.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you guys for sharing with us and joining us today, and we appreciate everything you do for CCSD.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.